everybody, it's Colonel Steve Akley, and I'm here at my place, the ABV Barrel Shop in suburban St. Louis. I want to talk today a little bit about a unique take on water. And that is via my buddy, Lenny Eckstein, who owns Deerhammer Distilling, Buena Vista, Colorado. And he's got a little bit different take on a couple things involving water. I thought I'd talk about that because I think it's pretty cool. So he makes a bunch of different products. He makes bourbon, rye, single malts. I think his passion, he really loves single malts. He's ahead of the game in terms of, the American single malt movement. And I think he's having a great time now. That's a defined category for sure. And enjoy his stuff. So cheers to my buddy Lenny. If you come by the shop, we've always got some of his products here. We're getting a little bit low on a couple of them right now. And I feel like the next time he comes to the market, we're going to order a new barrel pick and get something in here. So we're going to continue to sell through what we have for the moment, but we'll have something new very soon. I am confident of that. Two things that Lenny does with whiskey that I think are kind of cool and not necessarily unique to him, but it is just something that's a little bit different than most, I would say. Number one, when he drinks water, and he drinks a lot of water, he's one of those guys that carries around one of those cups all the time, and you can hear the ice clinking in there. And one of those things, if you put the ice in the morning, it lasts all day, Yetis or whatever they are. But he'll take, an eyedropper and put just like 2 or 3, 4 drops of whiskey in his water. So it's not like a mixed drink. It's not like he's drinking alcohol. But there's a little bit of alcohol influence in there. And I guess if you've got a good palate, if you own a distillery, hopefully you've got a good palate, you pick up just enough whiskey nuance. And he likes to just have a little hint of whiskey in the water that he's drinking all day. And I thought that's pretty cool. And I don't know of anybody else that I've heard that does that. Certainly there's people that sneak, into their Yeti, distilled spirits, whether it's whiskey or something else. But he just wants to add a little subtle hint of flavor, which I think is cool. The other unique thing that he does, and again, this isn't solely to him, but it's pretty rare. And I know that, you might, maybe in the comments you can come up with some of the other distilleries that do this, because I know there are some, but it's just not the norm. He barrel ages his water when he's got a product that he proofs down. So if you think about what he's trying to do, he's like, hey, this is our shelfie product. It's not our single barrel where we're selling it at cask strength. We're going to proof this down to 90 or 100 or whatever his current thing is for his shelfie items. We just carry the cask strength single barrel, so I'm not exactly sure. But when he does that, he doesn't want to just put in, limestone water or something like that. He wants it to retain the barrel aging that he sees that the whiskey that he's going to be proofing down. So he actually puts the water in the barrel and lets it sit in there for a little while, a couple weeks or something like that. So it begins to take on some of that essence of the barrel. And when he's proofing it down, he is lowering it with, something that has a barrel influence as well. And I think that's pretty cool. And again, I know he's not 100% unique with that one, but I do think that it's pretty cool, and it's rare enough that it's a good idea to speak about it here. So I think that's a differentiator and a way to make your whiskey unique and different, and I think it's a good idea. It's almost kind of surprising more distilleries don't do that, because the ones that are proofing it down, you're changing the flavor profile of your whiskey, and you're still doing that with what Lenny's doing. Don't get me wrong, I get that. But it seems like there's less influence when you're putting it in a barrel. It doesn't seem like it's as shocking and as different. It's like, I don't know, if you're building a recipe and you got to mix in, chocolate or something like that. You want to use the same chocolate that's already in the cake, versus, it's a dark chocolate cake and you put milk chocolate in there. That might make the whole thing taste different. I think, I don't know, something like that. That might not even make any sense. Who knows? But I just think it's a cool thing, and I just wanted to point those out. I think it's forward thinking on Lenny's part and fun thinking on a couple of drops of water in there. Try that out or give it a taste yourself. See if you think it makes a difference. Just 2, 3 drops in a Yeti thermos and drink your water and see if you can pick up on that. If so, you probably got a good palate.